What's going on, guys? Jesse from Sledaddicz. So Mike drove up to Cochrane on Friday and I came up Saturday. Kenny, the president of the club, we're close friends, and he said that he needed lots of help, and because me and Mike work completely virtually, all we need is internet in the hotel room. So we're working during the day and volunteering with the club on the weekends and in the evenings, and helping them get trail ready in time for the Christmas and Boxing Day rush. So I haven't been recording lots of video, actually none up to this point, just because in terms of like flooding and getting all the trails ready and doing signage and stuff like that, I just haven't had the time to pull out a camera. I've been working my full-time job and then coming out and helping out, and just haven't had the time. So now I had a few, like an hour or so off work, so I figured I would record some content for you guys. So I'm on the A trail heading west out of town. We have 2 volunteers of the club right now that are at the Sledaddicz River doing some more flooding, so we can try to get that 20 inches of ice we need for the groomer to cross. So I'm going to go out right now and check on them and make sure everything's going well. As you can see, we got lots of snow here. The trail hasn't been groomed in a couple days just because the traffic is so low, but it's still mint. That's the A106C that goes to Timmins. That trail won't be open for a bit. That's usually not the priority. The priority is getting the A West open to Smooth Rock, and then after that the A South towards Iroquois, and then usually after that the Canyon Loop, and then or the east side of the canyon for the Cochrane Club, and then the A106C. But there was some dozer work done there the other week, so it's mud down there, and we're going to have some warm weather here tomorrow and Thursday. It's going to get up to 10 degrees on Thursday, but the club isn't worried. There's tons of snow, and Thursday night it's going to go cold, and it looks like it's remaining cold into the new year. So it will end up making a nice hard base that will last for the season. This is actually only my second time out on my XRS. I've been riding the club Ski-Doo to go do trail work, and they're great because they're super wide tracks, 20-inch wide tracks. Yeah, I went out last night with Mike, and we went back and forth between his Mach and the 850, and man, that Mach is a sweet machine. For me, I still find the fun factor greater on the XRS. So this is where I flooded last night. Let's see if it's frozen. Oh yeah, it's frozen solid. So hopefully we might have to flood that one more time, and then the groomer should be good to cross it. Because basically what's happened is the groomer comes up to that point, turns around, and goes around to groom this section here. But man, what can I say? It's nice to be up here. We're staying at the Westway, which is our favorite place. Brian and Kathy, the owners, are awesome, and they always treat us well, and we do the same with them. And if you're staying in Cochrane, there's no place better than the Westway. As they say, the best way is the Westway. Yeah, so this trail comes out of the power line here. We're going to go across the road and then go down a section of the trail, which is like a logging road, and that's going to take us out to the intersection of the 103, the A103 and the A. We're going to make a left to continue on the A, and we're going to hit the Sledaddicz River. These machines, these 850s, since last year, this is the identical machine to what I had last year, just new colors. They handle so much better with the R Motion X and the Pilot X. Like, I have one hand on the wheel right now, and the sled is very confident. It doesn't feel nervous at all. And that was a huge change last year, and I imagine the Smart Shops make it even better. As I said, I did ride Mike's Mach a bit yesterday. We went back and forth. Launch control was pretty epic.
Launch mode, baby!
And the machine, I like the Smart Shocks. I want to ride it more to form more of an opinion on them. But I still think for the overall, and Mike agrees with me, the overall fun factor of the machine, the 850 XRS is more fun. Just because the throttle response is better and it's a little more peppy down low, but in the mid-range, nothing compares to the Mach. The Mach will walk away from this machine from like, we tried last night beside each other at like 50 kilometers an hour, and the Mach just absolutely walked away. Interestingly enough though, Mike has 144 studs in the Mach. I have 96 in my XRS. And from stopped, with and without launch control, the 850 walked away at the beginning every single time, and we switched machines to average out the rider bias. But yeah, the 850 walked away from the Mach at low speeds, and once you get to the mid-range, the Mach will walk away from the 850. So it really depends on what you like. If you're more for the top speed and the mid-range, the Mach is better for you, and if you're more for the down, for the low peppy speed, peppy power at like from fully stopped, then the 850 is more up your alley. It looks like mid-February up here. I have to say though, my drive up to Cochrane on Saturday was absolutely horrendous. It was nice until I got to Gravenhurst, and then from Gravenhurst to North Bay it was pouring rain, torrential downpour. Once I got through North Bay, it was clear for a bit with like 95 kilometer an hour winds as I came into New Liskeard. And then there was a blizzard, and then the highway was closed. So I left the city at like 12:30 midday, and I got to Cochrane at almost 11 p.m. So it was a long drive, but nothing was stopping me from getting to my favorite place. Yeah, so as I said, if you go straight, that is the A103. And left is the A trail to go towards Greenwater on your way to Smooth Rock Falls. Hopefully the boys are still there flooding. They left around 8:30ish, so I think they're still there. I don't know what time it is now, but I think it's about 10. But it takes a while because they got to flood the whole crossing. Because again, we need 20 inches for that groomer to cross. Once you have 8 inches, you're safe for sleds, but you need 20 inches for the groomer. So when the groomer can't cross, it has to actually backtrack and go all the way around on Highway 11, and it takes like triple the amount of time. So that's why they really like to get this this crossing flooded, and then this ends up being the last section of trail to wash away in the springtime melt, just because of how much ice they have. Cool. Looks good. Okay, so just made it to the Greenwater pit stop.
If you like that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Sled Addicts YouTube channel, where we release content on everything snowmobiles. Also, hit that bell icon so you can be updated every time we release new videos.